If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you're looking for code cards, make sure you check out Poton Store. They have automatic email delivery and all the latest Pokemon TCG codes, and you can use Tablemon code for 5% off. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2020. Thanks so much for joining me today. We are going to continue our coverage of Latin American International Championship decks with the 9th place bubble from the tournament. Manuel Jorak got 9th place with the same match points as I believe like 6th, 7th and 8th, so that was kind of rough for him. He was playing this very straightforward, very solid Baby Blacephalon Pidgeotto deck, which I kind of really like and think it's quite powerful at the moment. It does play, of course, 4 Baby Blacephalon with the Fireball Circus attack, dealing 50 damage for every fire energy you discard from your hand. So the idea is to accumulate a bunch of them in there. We do have the Blazer attack, dealing 10 damage. Sometimes that can matter. And if you reveal a fire energy card from the prize card you turn over, then you get to deal an extra 50 damage. So that's pretty solid overall. Now we do have triple Jirachi and a 4/4 line of Pidgeotto to help support the Blacephalon. Pidgeotto of course has the airmail ability where we look at the top 2, keep one, put the other one in the bottom of our deck. And we have the Victini Prism Star with Infinity Attack, dealing 20 damage for each basic energy card in our discard pile. So we don't play enough to the point where Victini Prism might be able to 1-KO 80, 270 or above tag team. It can 1-KO Pikarom potential, it can 1-KO Megalopony, but it's going to be used mainly to finish off something like a Detene in the late game, or to refresh the amount of energy we have in our deck. Now we do have triple Clefairy Doll as well to try and buy ourselves some time in case we get a slower setup. And other than that, we have a very straightforward trainer lineup. Fiery Flint to search for energies, Fire Crystal to recover them, Great Catcher to attack something on the bench. Aldo, thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? We have Welder to power up our attackers. We have Elm's Lecture to find the Pidgeottos, or the Pidgeotto line, and thinner deck, and then we have Ultra Space and Heat Factory to draw cards and find our Blacephalon. So pretty straightforward deck. Let's jump into a ladder and see if we can get some cool, good games with it. And Iverserk, you found a shiny Machoke in a raid last night, full odds. That's pretty cool. That is awesome. Proud Onions, thank you so much for the follow. Iverserk, shiny Machoke, that's awesome. I have yet to find my first shiny in... That was weird. I have yet to find my first shiny in Sword and Shield, so I'm looking forward to that when it does happen eventually, I hope. I'm slowly completing the Pokédex, but I really want to get into playing VGC. I think I'm gonna start making VGC videos again very soon. I have the capture card. I think the rental teams is something that's going to be really, really nice. For me to be able to make content, which is awesome. And hello Alex, how are you doing? Thanks so much for being here. So yeah, we might be seeing BGC content up on Tablemon after a very long hiatus. Yeah, I look forward to that. I still don't know if I want to do that in Spanish or English just yet, but we'll see. Oh, I'm up against Goslurge, so I should have benched the Pidgey. I didn't know what I was up against though. Hasta luego. Gracias. You got a good Pokemon for me to start with? What do you mean, Iverserk? What do you mean? Alright, so there's a double Magnadel. When's the last time you were into VGC? I mean, I got my VGC invite along with my day 2 TCG invites in 2016, or Worlds 2016. They didn't let me play both of them, so that sucked. And then in 2017, I played quite a bit. I was actually playing quite a bit with Tapu Lele, Tapu Koko teams, etc. I didn't quite qualify that year. Oh, man, why does this keep happening? If I do, my green screen is acting up today. Oh, failed the order pad. Playing Pokegum, I don't think that was part of the deck, nor was the Marshadow. So I was into VGC really highly, like in 2016. Then 2017 I also played a little bit. 2018 I played very little, and right now I've been practicing a bunch with people that I coach. Right? Ooh, this is an interesting decision. So do I go for Elms and get to Thinning? I think I do. Or do I Welder? I think I'm gonna Ultra Space instead. I have been playing a lot of Ultra Series and like 2018-2019 season because I do coach a couple of people in VGC. So that happened. However, I would like to start attending events if I find the time to do so. For like in the future, right? So it's probably been over a year since I made content for VGC, but I should be starting soon. Like I was gonna start it in the morning, I just ended up doing other things, but I should be starting sometime very soon. And I reserved Toxicity. Ability is absolutely busted with Stab Uproar for double damage and attack special attack. Yeah. I've seen Toxicity online. I've played a few games online. Not a lot, but a few. So yeah, I definitely... I'll definitely be giving that a try. Basically, I think in terms of content, the rental teams are super convenient, so I'm going to be trying to feature a lot of interesting and cool teams from rental teams. It does mean I have to practice a lot, get familiar with everything. But I will try to get to Master Ball rank. I will try to make sure I can. See, that's a mistake. Well, I guess it's not a mistake, but if I have knockout somehow on this guy, then it is a mistake. But anyways, VGC content. Yeah, then the question becomes, do I do it in Spanish or do I do it in English? And right now, it seems like I should be focusing on Spanish for that. And I'm definitely getting very encouraged in terms of content creation to do things in Spanish because of opportunities that have arisen here. Alright, so if we don't get reset stamped, it's not going to change too much. I mean, I have double Pidgey, but that's pretty much it. My opponent is in B-string turns now. The other thing is, like, it's going to take her 5 turns to beat me, so it should be okay. I could do split, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of time, right? But, Diego, thank you so much for being here. You're now a 2-month-old, congratulations, that is so great to hear. What is a decent budget deck that you could have fun with? Well, you're actually seeing 2 of them in action, yeah? These 2 decks, I think, are not super expensive. I would say both of them are potentially budget decks, and they are both potentially competitively valuable, right? These 2 decks are definitely... I mean, the Jirachis are not super cheap, but they are much cheaper now, I guess. But overall, I think these 2 decks could be good options for you. Yeah, the Baby Blacephalon, Pidgeotto deck, and the Nagnadel Goslard Miss Magius deck. I haven't checked how much these went up after the weekend, but I would not be super surprised if they were still relatively cheap. Naglord yeah, it definitely went up in price, but by how much? Like, how much is one Nagnadel Goslard? I think I like the Fire Crystal here. If I 2-shot this guy, that's completely fine, right? So yeah, these two decks I would definitely recommend, Diego. These two decks I would definitely recommend. Definitely grinding the Pidgeotto. So I'm not getting a KO here, which is completely fine. I'll go ahead and do this. I'll bench this guy. And then I'm going to go ahead and Firebolt Circus, right? For 100 damage, which is fine. Then I have the Fire Crystal. I have the Welder already. I have triple Pidgeotto. Well, the third Pidgeotto. My opponent really needs to reset stamp me, but she had to use triple Mismagia, so all I need is one KO. Just one, and that's it. Okay, 450 to 8, so it's not that big a jump, right? $8, like 24 bucks for these guys, and then the Mismagia's line. Like overall, I feel like it should be okay-ish, you know? Not super expensive. Not on the super expensive side. That's what I mean. Well, I mean, Jirachis are $7 as well, right? $7 to $8. Even like the non-holo versions. Thank you so much for the follow, Lucifer. So I don't know. Like overall, like depends on what you call a budget deck, right? But I guess for like less than $100, you could easily build either of these decks. Maybe even both. Probably not, but either of these decks, and then potentially be competitive with them. So. Alright, so do I promote the Blacephalon? Or do I just promote a Pidgey? I feel like I promote a Pidgey. I don't need to win this turn, right? I still have 2 more turns to win. So let's go for this. We fail it. Let's go Airmail. Definitely need a fire. And then let's see if... Alright, the Fiery Flint. There we go. I have potential game. Right? Depends on what I draw off of the 3 cards from the Welder. I need 1 Fire Crystal and that's it. Then I have the Retreat. Even another Fire Flint does it. There we go. That's game, right? I believe I have enough fires left. I'm pretty sure that's game. Yep. 3, I attach 1, 4 left over. 200 damage, and that's the game. So the absolute perfect draws, perfect airmails, perfect everything. And Magnetal Guzzler is actually the next deck we are going to use. Now, my opponent did make changes to the list. It doesn't have Marshadow. Like the original list didn't have Marshadow or Pokecom. So it's something to keep in mind. She did go overboard with that third Mismagius. If I had knocked out 1 and still had 1 price left, then the game might have actually not been so simple. Right? Yeah, definitely, like, neither of those decks will cost you more than 200. Neither of those decks would cost you more than 200, so it should be fine. Should be fine. Alright. So, we win the coin flip. And we got a hello, that's very nice. And we got a Jirachi with Elms going first. You really can't ask for much more, right? Double Elms even. So you really can't ask for much more. You get a mulligan as well. Things are looking absolutely fantastic here. Absolutely fantastic. Alright. Now Lord is 70% total. Yeah, and like Limitless now has a very new and like a very nice and cool functionality, right? Where you can check out the latest list and then find those prizes on TCG Player. And even potentially just directly buy the cards. It'd be appreciated if you followed the Tablemon link instead, but if you want to support Limitless, that's also another option you can do. I like the Pokégear here actually. Just to find those, try and find those extra Welders, try and dig for them. I don't need to attach, it's fine. Yeah, if you don't blink out, like, the least rarity possible, Nagalord, $77. I assume Pidgeotto Control is also pretty cheap, though that's not, like, I would call that a fun deck. Baby BLOWNS is probably also very, very cheap. Diapers plus Daker keep you from laying out currently. Daker at 2 months? Really? Yikes. I can't fathom how expensive it must be to have a baby. I generally can't. Maybe someday I will know it firsthand, but Alec. So I was thinking of finding ways to like try and spice up the stream. And I was thinking, what if I did, like, what if I made a separate thing where I had like TCG? Why? Stop being weird. If I had like TCG in one corner, why does that happen? Why is my thing acting up? If I had TCG in one corner and VGC battles happening at the same time, would that be cool to watch? Nope. Oh, you can see it back right here. Would that be cool to watch? Like, just have both at the same time. Maybe? Alright, so my opponent got a pretty solid start himself. I feel like I just Elms again, right? Just thin as much as I can. Triple Pidgeotto. I'm thinning a bunch. I'm not KOing right now, which is perfectly fine. I am in absolutely no rush to KO. So then I Airmail first, that's for sure. Don't need the Elms anymore. Alex, how do you know? How do you know exactly what music it is? I don't get it. I feel like my opponent will just start reset stamping me every turn. Triple Airmail into triple energies. So then let's go Stellar Wish. I like the doll here. Instead of losing my Jirachi, I just lose a doll, which is perfectly fine by me. I think I like that. Yeah, there's no point in attaching energy. There's just like, I'm missing my Blacephalon just to start, to really get started. Yeah, I can't imagine, like, Diego, I mean, it must be amazing, right, to be a parent. I can't fathom the cost of being a parent. I don't know, maybe someday that'll be my thing. Maybe. How could I manage playing both at such a pro level at once? Well, I don't know. I would try. I don't know if I could, but I was thinking of giving it a try. Having TCG and VGC at the same time. I guess commentary-wise, it wouldn't be like a very smart decision. Awesome. Ultra Space it is. Very nice top deck. Alright, so now if I can find my Great Catcher, I'm going to be in a fantastic spot. Don't think I want to play down the Pokégears though. So let's go ahead and Welder. Right, I'm going to look at the next 3, 9, 14 cards in my deck. Do I want a Pokégear? No, I don't think so, right? Airmail, Escape Board, that seems solid. I might want a second Jirachi. Airmail, definitely the Ultra Space. Like, this gives me more room to KO this guy. And then I find a fire, that's fine. So then I'll Stellar Wish for the Flint, right? That makes sense, that way I can thin. Alright, so I'm gonna Flint one fire and one of these guys. Just grab 4. Alright. And then I'll attach. I feel like I should knock out here. Right? I feel like I should knock out. Because I'm pretty well set up to just get back to back. And if I get reset stamped, I get reset stamped. We don't have to just win immediately, right? We're not behind a single prize card. We should be fine. We should be fine. You're not even 19 yet? Yeah. Well, I'm 31, so I definitely I'm definitely at perhaps the time, right? But it's not I'm not gonna be a parent for the next 5 years at least, if not more. We'll see though. Never say never, I guess. I never say never. All right, so we get knocked out. We get knocked out. We have the potential to get a KO, right? We just need the right combination of cards. So let's start with the Airmail. This is very good. Well, actually, I think the Fire Flint is better because I get to thin, right? So the Elms and the Pidgey. Not getting my Pidgeotto back. Yeah, I thinned 4 cards, so that was better than the Fire Crystal. And then I still have double Airmail. The Welder is more important. The Welder is potentially game winning, right? So now Airmail, there's a Welder. Like, I'm happy to see the Welder. Now I just need, no, I still need double Fire Crystal. I still need double Fire Crystal. But I can go ahead and attack, right? Alright, so no, I need 1 Fire Crystal actually. So now I'm gonna play the Pokégears. Oof, in the next 7 there were 3 Fire Crystals. Yikes. One of those Fire Crystals would have been game. Definitely grab the Welder. 2 Fire Crystals at the top yet again. So 3, 2, 1, and then 0. No, 3 once again. Alright, so I need 1. No, 1 Fire Crystal doesn't do it. Never mind. 1 Fire Crystal doesn't actually do it. 1 energy short. 1 energy short. So, I mean, I should still... Do I just retreat though? Into the doll? Or do I just go for full on damage? Do I go for the doll? Like, my opponent probably is playing custom catchers, right? Let's just go for the full damage. It's fine. Actually, not full damage. I'm gonna do 150. That way I have the Welder possibility. That way I keep the Welder possibility without needing to find anything. 1 energy away from winning though. Yeah, some people don't want kids as well. Like, there's no right or wrong, right? It's whatever you want to do, that is the right way to do it. I do want kids, I think. I am getting scared because of global warming and everything, like what kind of future they're going into. But, like, basically all my life I've wanted kids. I distinctly remember all my life thinking, oh, it's gonna be awesome to be at that one day. So we'll see. We shall see. Blazer is not guaranteed to KO though, so, but yeah, Victini is definitely very nice damage here. Alright, so my opponent finds backup attackers, that's fine. There's a Oranguru. What? What? There are going to be environment changes in the future. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm scared about the future. Like, I'm scared at how much the world is gonna change and be different for the worse. You know, like less habitable places, less access to food, a bigger difference between classes. I don't know. It's just it's weird. It's weird to think about the future. All right, so definitely want a welder. Am I gonna run out of resources here? No, I have Victini, right? So I should be fine. Okay, so that's enough for knockout. Let's go ahead and airmail. Let's go ahead and airmail. Let's grab the Victini. Yeah, Victini seems harder to find than Blacephalon because I have the stadiums. Yeah, definitely grabbing the Fire Crystal. Well, I can grab either one and then the Stellar Wish gets me whichever other one I want, which is cool. Definitely grabbing the Ultra Space. And then let's play that. Let's use it. I mean, I'm probably gonna get reset stamp, but even more important to make sure you are thinning, right? So then let's go retreat, attach, and then Fire Crystal. So next, like the next target needs to be, like if my opponent doesn't knock me out, then I need to use, then I just double Fire Crystal and win. If my opponent does knock me out, then I need to use Victini and then use Blacephalon. Oh, but oh, actually. Oh, okay, so then my play actually becomes KO this guy this turn. Right? I should KO that guy because then I can clean up this guy with Victini. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the way to go. So let's go Great Catcher on the Jirachi and on the Doll. And then let's go Fireball Circus. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how I needed to do it. Because that way Victini can clean up that Righteous Art. I guess there's Mallow Lana as well. The issue is this is my last welder. That's the biggest issue. That's my last welder. So I have access to the other Great Catcher. I legitimately do not remember if I do. I do not remember if I do. Yep, there's the Mallow Lana. I think I might have lost here. I think I've lost. I believe I've lost. Unless my opponent goes switch KO me. Then I haven't lost, but if he goes resource management, I've lost. Reset stamp. It's the least of my worries, I think. Okay, so if my opponent actually used resource management, I would have lost there. What's my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon? Hard to say. I don't think I've seen them all, actually, even though I finished the game. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I haven't seen them all. Alright, so let's grab the Blacephalon. What I really need is Victini. So let's Pokégear. That way I am guaranteed to find the Victini. So the issue is If my opponent has double custom catcher, which I'm starting to think he doesn't. Come on, okay, Victini has to be in the next few cards, right? Yeah, there's a Victini. So I attack with Victini, right? I do a bunch of damage. Oh, actually, can I KO with Victini? No, I can't. 13 fires. I can do 220, so I'm 1 energy short. I am 1 fire short. So I do that, and then I Welder. And then I'll go retreat into the Fairy Doll, use the ability. I promote this guy. I bench this guy. Oh, and I know one of my fires is actually prized. Right? Oh, but if I attach to Pidgeotto, I'm guaranteed to win next turn. Well, not if he heals again. Oh, this is tough. How many Malolanas does my opponent run? Does he just have the other raw one right here? Well, we might see Gust for the win here. 200 damage. Oh no, that's not enough. Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough. No. It was only if that energy was in the discard. Oh, the energy being priced is actually awful here. Flint away fire. Flint away fire was not enough. My opponent would have been at 250 damage. That's a mistake. That is 100% a mistake. You win if you flint the fire and then hit factory? No, because I didn't do enough damage. I had 11 energies. I didn't. My 14th energy is in the prize cards. So I would have dealt 220 damage. Plus the 20 it had on it, 30 it had on it. That's 250. One more energy would have been 250. I didn't have enough energy to win. That double custom sorry. That double custom catcher was a terrible move from my opponent. I win next turn? How? Well, now I do because my opponent went double custom catcher on the Victini, but if he hadn't done that, what a weird game. What a weird game. But yeah, I was 1 energy short because it's priced. Otherwise, I would have had enough for the knockout, but because it's priced. So now I just win, right? Because now I get to Heat Factory, 1 energy. And then I get to Fiery Flint. Wow, if my opponent had actually just knocked out the Victini, he probably would have won. Unless, well, I guess he would have had a 50-50 chance. Right? He would have had a 50-50 chance of winning because then I would have attacked with Blacephalon, flipped over my prize card. If it was a fire, I win. If it wasn't a fire, then I lose. That was a weird game. The Oranguru, I mean, definitely a weird variant that he was playing. But he actually, if he had not knocked me out, if he had not let me bench the Victini and attack with it, well, I guess I always had the space because of the doll. I don't know. It was weird. Definitely not killing the Victini was a big mistake there because I had no more welders, so I couldn't have knocked him out anyways. Emerald, thank you so much for the follow. So like Victini was guaranteed 0% chance of winning. The Blacephalon was a 50-50 chance, so you have to risk it, right? If I flip over the fire, I win. If not, I lose because then I'm out of attackers. So, oh well. Well, I guess. Then I could have finished him off with a Pidgeotto, actually. But I didn't have my Great Catcher anymore, so he could have just retreated to the Oranguru. I don't know. It was weird. That's going to be it for this deck. We're going to be moving now on to Guzzler Nagnatel, the TTG deck that showed up at LAIC. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back in just a second after this quick commercial break.